Most people fail after they succeed. Not at the beginning, not when things are hard, but when the applause starts. Because success has a strange side effect. It makes people relax, and relaxed people stop questioning. They stop sharpening their edge. They start believing their own headlines. What you're about to hear is not motivational fluff. This is the thinking process of someone who built global dominance by never trusting success, never worshipping comfort, and never confusing praise for progress. As you listen, don't ask yourself, is this impressive? Ask yourself instead, where am I getting lazy? What assumptions am I no longer challenging? If everything collapsed in 12 months, would I be ready? Hey, if you're into real down-to-earth money talks and mindset shifts that actually teach you something, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. This is a masterclass in how to think when things are going well, which is when most people stop thinking altogether. Now listen closely. Point 1. Success is the most dangerous moment. When a business is successful, that is exactly the moment to become uncomfortable. I often tell my team something that sounds strange at first. Assume the worst is coming. Not because we enjoy fear, but because comfort is dangerous. Satisfaction is even more dangerous. The day you start believing you've arrived is usually the day you begin to decline. Now don't misunderstand me. This is not about panic. It's about balance. I try to be optimistic in the long term, but pessimistic in the short term. Why? Because optimism gives you vision. Pessimism gives you discipline. Think of it like driving at night. You trust that the road leads somewhere good, but you still keep your headlights on. You still slow down around sharp corners. That tension between confidence and caution, that's where longevity lives. Point 2. Trust and responsibility create real leaders. In the 1990s, I had an idea that many people thought was absurd. Creating a global luxury group made up of many distinct brands. People told me it didn't make sense. They said, luxury must remain isolated. One house, one identity. Even my critics were confidently wrong, but confident nonetheless. What grounded me during that time was my father. He didn't give me speeches, he gave me responsibility. After working with him for about 3 years, he looked at me one day and said, "You can run the business, let's do it." Then he handed me the keys. I was 25 years old. The company had about 1,000 people, small by today's standards, but it was his life's work. Giving it to me was not generous, it was risky, and that trust changed everything. Real leadership is not control, it is trust paired with accountability. If you're a leader, you need to take this personally. Real leadership is not control, it is trust paired with accountability. Point 3. Vision looks like madness before it looks like genius. Building what later became iconic did not happen overnight. The image, the discipline, the culture, it took years, more than a decade of criticism, doubt, and moments where people genuinely thought we were out of our minds. Today, some of those same ideas are praised as visionary. That word always makes me smile. Vision often looks like madness until it works. And even now, after more than 15 years of growth, leadership in global beauty, and being one of the top online sellers in the United States, I still remind my teams of something important. We are still small. Yes, by French standards we may be large. By global standards, we are still a startup in spirit. And I will only be truly satisfied when we have doubled or tripled what we are today, because ambition should grow faster than success. If you're getting value from this message and you want me to continue, like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. I drop messages like this every day to build your mindset and finances. Thank you. Let's continue. Point 4. Never outgrow curiosity. People are often surprised when I say this, but size should never kill curiosity. I am an engineer by training. Technology has always fascinated me. Startups energize me. I've invested in many. Some worked, some failed. All taught me something. That exposure shaped our culture. Even as a large group, we think like beginners. We test, we explore, we accept that mistakes are part of progress. The moment you stop learning, you start shrinking. Even if your numbers grow, take a pause and think deep on this. The moment you stop learning, you start shrinking. Even if your numbers grow. Point 5. Ideas mean nothing without execution and discipline. Creativity is the heartbeat of every great company, especially at the beginning. A startup succeeds because it brings something new into the world, something that changes the game. But here is the truth many people ignore. An idea is not enough. Execution is everything. I have seen countless companies with brilliant ideas fail, not because the idea was weak, but because the execution was careless. Meanwhile, competitors with similar ideas succeeded because they were disciplined, precise, and relentless. Think of it like cooking. Many people have access to the same ingredients. Only a few know how to turn them into a masterpiece. Ideas open the door. Execution decides who stays inside. Type it in the comments section, and I'll give you a heart. Ideas open the door. Execution decides who stays inside. We have lived through many crises, economic downturns, market corrections, periods of fear, and strangely, those moments often hold the greatest opportunities. The problem is human behavior. When prices rise, everyone wants to buy. When things fall, everyone rushes to sell. It makes no sense, but it happens every time. Point 6. Desire, innovation, and discomfort are the real advantage. In our business, innovation must never slow down. That is not a slogan, it is survival. Every year, roughly 20 to 25% of what we offer must be new, and not new in name only. New in substance, new in relevance, new in desire, because success creates a silent enemy, self-satisfaction. When the press applauds too loudly, I get uneasy. Praise is pleasant, but criticism is useful. Criticism keeps you sharp. Applause can make you lazy. I would rather hear, "You could do better," than "Everything is perfect." Nothing is ever perfect. People often ask me about luxury. I don't love the word. It suggests excess, showing off, things that look impressive but mean nothing. I prefer a simpler definition: quality plus creativity. Our job is not marketing. Marketing follows creation. It should never lead it. We create products. Some fail. That is normal. When something truly works, customers do not need persuasion. They recognize desire instinctively. Desire is the most important word in our business. You cannot force it. You can only earn it. So I ask myself constantly, what can go wrong? Are we innovating enough? Are we still questioning ourselves? Are we managing with humility or arrogance? That questioning is not exhausting. It is energizing. It keeps the mind alive. So, act every day, as if the next 12 months will test you, because one day they will. So here is my challenge to you. Where have you become too comfortable? Which success are you quietly leaning on instead of rebuilding? What idea are you protecting when you should be executing? Assume nothing is guaranteed. Stay optimistic about where you are going, but demanding about how you get there. If this video brought you value or stirred something in you, give it a like, subscribe and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Don't just watch and go away. Drop your thoughts in the comments section. I'd love to hear what stuck with you the most. Remember, the future does not belong to the most confident, it belongs to the most prepared, and preparation begins the moment you stop applauding yourself and start questioning again. I'll see you on the next one.